Right guys, bit of a pickups video today, but first of all I want to comment on a topic that a lot of people have been making videos about, and that was inspired by Gamester81's video where he talked about you know, violence in video games and weed as well, two different subjects obviously, but legalising marijuana, and I'm completely up for that. I think all drugs should be decriminalised at the very least. I think it's insane to think that we live in a free world where I can be criminalised for doing something to myself. That whole very concept is just ridiculous. That I can be criminalised for doing something to myself. I don't have personal sovereignty if that's the case. Now you could argue that violence goes along with some drugs, and if that's the case then go after people that are being violent. Go after people that are, you know, doing those kind of things. But talking about personal use, you know, by the time drugs have got to users, right, it's already been through that chain. That if you're really concerned about the safety of people and violence and this kind of thing, then you should be dealing with it further up the chain. By the time it gets to the people who actually consume it, it's already done. When it gets to that point, you are dealing only with the only equation there is that, you know, you're criminalising someone for doing something to themselves. It's ridiculous. It's like calling this assault. You know what I mean? That's how insane it is. So beyond that, lots of other reasons why it should be legal. You know, the benefits of hemp as a product. It is being restrained now, of course, because other you know, industries make a lot of money off of it remaining unavailable, such as cotton, even though hemp's a better product, more durable, stronger, and all this stuff. There's so many reasons for why weed specifically should be legal, and why all drugs certainly should be decriminalised, but I'm not going to go on about it too long. I'm going to link to a video though by King Creasy, because he goes over pretty much all the arguments that I would make, and it's a really great video. So if you're interested in that topic, go and watch the King Creasy video that I'm linking down below. On with the pickups. Right, first of all I went to a little independent store in Stockton that I was made aware of by Marcus, Xfile2708, and it's a little indie store. He's just opened, I think, fairly recently, yeah. And great guy in there, does really good prices and retro stuff in there. I think he does console mods, well, at least repairs anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so from there I got 3 for a £5, and this is a great little deal. So I got Metal Slug 3. Metal Slug games just so, you know, so much charm, so much fun. Unfortunately, it's not complete, but he gave me these 3 games for £5, which I thought was a brilliant deal, so I didn't pass it down. So Metal Slug 3, The Haunted Mansion. I love anything with a haunted theme, so let's see how that turns out. And Tenchu, Return from Darkness. Stealth 'em up, love me stealth 'em ups, love you know, Splinter Cell and all that stuff. Just recently been getting into The Thief as well on the original Xbox. That's a cool game. So yeah, anything with stealth elements I enjoy. It's cool. So yeah, 3 for a £5. Can't knock that, can you? Right, next, where should we go next? Should we go to, where's this one from? This, we are going to That Game Shop. There's actually a shop called That Game Shop in Arnold, just outside of Nottingham. And I got 2 games from there. Probably overpaid a little bit for these. It was kind of impulse. I went in there and it wasn't really anything that I wanted at the right prices anyway. Well, we'll see. Anyway, I got Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, for £3. I've been on a Lord of the Rings tip recently. Watched the 3 Lord of the Rings films when they're on telly, and I've been to see The Hobbit twice. Went to see it in 24 frames 2D and in 48 frames 3D. So I've been on a complete Lord of the Rings tip. That's in good nick. £3. I saw that go for about a tenner on eBay the other day though, so it might be a good deal that. And the other one I got there from That Game Shop in Arnold was Big Mother Truckers 2. I don't know what it was. I think it was because I was watching a video by Lukey Wookie the other day, and he was showing some truck driving game, and I thought, you know, that looks strangely enjoyable, actually. So I thought I'd try a truck driving game. Yeah. But to talk about The Hobbit 3D, I want to give a little kind of opinion on it now. because I was really wanting to see the 48 frames a second thing, because it's made a big deal about it. Obviously, that smoothness of movement is not something completely alien to us. We are, as gamers especially, we are used to seeing games, or entertainment in general, we are used to seeing it run in high frame rates. You know, a lot of games run at 60 frames a second, this kind of thing. But but in terms of the films and the movies that are going to the cinema, you can definitely tell the difference. Everything's really smooth, especially action scenes look amazing. This technology is great for action scenes. It really looks good. It is kind of true what people have been saying about the rest of it, though. You know, it's, how I would best describe it is basically, with 24 frames a second, there's obviously motion blur, more motion blur, and all this kind of thing, and less definition. So that does hide a multitude of sins, so to speak. If you're trying to be pulled into a fantasy world, the fact is you're watching a production. You're not watching, you know, a recording of that actual fantasy world. You're watching a production. So if you had a perfect resolution recording of that, whatever, you know, it's going to give itself away. Basically, there's going to be some evidence of that being a production. So that's going to maybe pull you out of it, so to speak. And that's kind of what people have been saying, is that some parts of it look like a soap opera, this kind of thing. I can see where they're going with that. I didn't think it was as big a problem as people have been making out, though. I really didn't. You know, I certainly was sat there watching it, thinking about the visual input rather than being dragged into the story. So I was more concerned with the media experience of it rather than the immersion of the tale that was being told. Well, that may be because I'd already actually watched it. I already knew the story, I'd already seen the film in 2D. So that may be why. But I really liked it. It looks great. I don't know. On balance, I think it's unnecessary, especially if you're paying like 11 quid, you know, for the privilege. I don't know. It's difficult. I can't really say anything definitive about it as if which one's better. Because yeah, the 48 frames. By the way, it does fix 3D. That's one brilliant thing about this 48 frames a second, or faster frame rates in general. Because I've heard that Avatar 2 is going to be at 60 frames a second, which is close to how your eyes actually see. Apparently, I read somewhere the frame rate, so to speak, that you actually see and that your brain processes vision is somewhere between 60 and 70 frames a second, equivalent. So that's, you know, so that's good. It does make the experience, it does make it feel like you are kind of more there, so to speak. But in a strange way, it also pulls you out of it, because you're always conscious of the mechanism of how you're viewing it. This is really convoluted, isn't it? I shouldn't have gone on a Lord of the Rings tip in a pickups video, but I just wanted to talk about it for a bit because I saw it and I did like it. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, and I'm excited about, you know, I'm always excited about different ways to consume media, different entertainment techniques, methods. So I thought it was cool, but it does fix 3D, is what I was going to say. Yeah. Because before 24 frames a second, you know, a lot of those frames are just blurs. If you actually paused it, a lot of those frames are just blurs. So that's not really going to work well when you're trying to match two images to make a 3D, to make the illusion of 3D. So it does fix 3D. It does, yeah, to a certain degree. Certainly, it's smoother and clearer, and it works. But I liked it. The film's good. The film's great. Yeah, I really like The Hobbit. Yeah, it doesn't feel like 2 3/4 hours, I don't think. But after that massive long rant, back to the pickups. Yeah, I just wanted to play a Lord of the Rings game. I just wanted to do it. So that's why I got that. I don't know if it's any good. Anybody who's played any of these games I'm showing, by the way, let me know what I'm in for, because I have not played most of them yet. Right, what have we got next? Oh, we're at CEX next. Yeah, computer exchange, isn't it? Right, how many have I got from there? Oh, more than I thought. Right, so from CEX we have Cold Fear on the Xbox for £3. Don't know anything about it. It looks pretty damn good. This is another game that again holds up well to current gen graphics by the looks of things. But Cold Fear is complete. We have Demon's Stone, which I got for a £5. Looks like an RPG, don't know anything about it. Took a punt. House of Dead 3, fucking brilliant, £3.50. Another game that looks gorgeous on Xbox, and requires a light gun, which I will need a CRT TV for, and I don't yet. But Darren, looking at you again, mate. SSX3, love me some snowboarding games. Yeah, that's really good after a spliff. Yeah, live the dream, motherfuckers. £4. I just love the smooth motion, and it's yeah. I think I prefer the amped games. I think I prefer more attempt, at least, at a more realistic feel, look. You know, subtle, but this is obviously more cartoony, but it's still very, very fun. Now, I love Splinter Cell games. This is a game that I've been wanting to get for ages, but I keep forgetting if I had it or not. Or I'd go out and forget which Splinter Cell games I still needed. And I finally got this one, and it's Double Agent. I got it for £2. £2. Now the box needs a bit of a clean. It's not in the greatest nick, but £2 from CEX, complete. Pretty happy with that. Check the disc. Yeah, so not bad. And the last one from CEX was Just Cause. I got for £3.50, and I don't know anything about this other than what I read on the blurb on the back makes it sound like some kind of revolutionary story. I quite like that. Yeah. You are Rico Rodriguez, a top secret agent about to start a revolution. Can top secret agents start revolutions? Surely revolutions are started by the people who are not in power, and top secret agents are agents of the state. Curiouser and curiouser. Maybe he is starting a revolution somewhere else. You know, like the CIA and the SAS do in Libya and Syria and all these other places that they want to fucking control. So maybe it's not the revolutionary story that I thought it might be. But let's see. I shall have to play it to find out. Right, next, where did I go? Oh yeah, next, this is from Crack Converters. 2 games from Crack Converters, and I got Jak and Daxter. The Cursor Legacy. Now, is that just the original? Is that just basically the original Jak and Daxter? Because I know I've got another one of their games in this series, and yeah, pretty cool game. Is that basically the first one? Because it's got like a subtitle. I thought maybe that's, I don't know, an offshoot. Anyway, that was £1, 99p. No manual though. Not too bothered. Usually I do like complete, but not too bothered. And the other one is Hurdy-Gurdy, also for £1. I don't know anything about this at all, but it looks intriguing, and looks like has a nice kind of cartoon style to it. I don't know. Looking at the pictures on the back, it looks like it might be one of those cartoon quick time event type Dragon's Lair type games. I'm not sure. If it is an actual game, then those graphics are amazing. Because looking at this, I don't know, it just looks too well drawn to be an actual game world. It looks like it's you know, like a Dragon's Lair thing. But if not, that's a gorgeous game. Anyway, anyone who's played this, let me know what this is like. So that was £1 as well. Right, next, eBay. What have we got from eBay? Right. First of all, we have this Final Fantasy XI online, including 3 bonus expansion packs. Now, is this Final Fantasy XI the full game with some expansion packs, or is it just the expansion packs? I have no idea. Again, I've not actually put it in the system yet, but I got this for a £5, I think it was. No, a £5 in total, £3.20 with £2 postage and packing. I'd never actually seen Final Fantasy 11 on the 360. I've got 13. I've got 10.2 on PS2, I think, somewhere. Yeah, but I'd never seen 11 out in the wild or anywhere really. If you know, can you tell me, is this just the expansion packs, or is it the game and the expansion packs? I have no idea. Anyway, £5 overall. Eternal Ring. Now, a lot of these were games that I'd got after watching Metal Jesus Rocks and some others recommendations videos for like hidden gems or unappreciated titles, you know, that need more loving. I think this is one of them. Eternal Ring. Got this for 99p with 160 postage and packing, so 250 in total. But it's in good nick. Complete. Right, another one that was this was definitely on Metal Jesus Rocks Unloved Gems or Hidden Gems, whatever, and it is Sky Odyssey. Not the type of game I usually go for, but again, it's recommended by people. If it's a fun game, it's worth trying, isn't it? But it's basically like a sim, flight sim, I think, or if not a flight sim, at least you know, a plane driving, shooting type game. Sky Odyssey. I got that for £3.50. Alright, next one is Ghost Hunter, which I got for 99p plus 125 postage and packing, so yeah, 225 in total. Don't know anything about it. Looks like a Resident Evil type game. Yeah. Stake Fortune Fighter for 99p, but £2.80 postage. So someone was taking a piss on that. But I took a punt on it because I'd never seen it before. Basically, I thought I'd literally never seen this game. I watched a bit of gameplay footage before I bought it, and it looked alright. I don't know what I was doing wrong, because I tried to play this and it just seemed absolutely fucking terrible. I must be doing something wrong on it. If anybody's got experience of this game, let me know what you think. But yeah, I'd just never seen it before, so I thought I'd pick it up. Oh, next one. Now this is a game that I passed up many times when I was only collecting for 360 compatible Xbox games. Decided to obviously get it now that I'm collecting for Xbox in itself, and it's easily one of my favourite games on the system. Fucking brilliant. And it is Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. Absolutely cracking game. Technical marvel as well. It's another one of those ones that just puts, you know, some current gen games to shame in terms of the style, the look of it, graphics. The cool feature about this, if you don't know, is you can attach these little creatures to your gun and they do different things. The little creatures act as the ammo that do different things, and it just gives it a lot of character, and the whole game is just full of character. Oddworld games, of course, but fucking brilliant. If you've got an Xbox, get this. Doesn't work on 360, like I said, so be aware of that. But yeah, it's just one of the many amazing exclusives that the original Xbox had. Next one is Razor's Hell. It's another game that I just never seen before and picked it up on that basis alone. Took a punt. This was 150 plus 150 postage and packing, so £3 total. But, yeah, I don't know anything about it. I know nothing. So people tell me if you have experience of it. Freedom Fighters. Now this came in a damaged case, but to the seller's credit, because there's the case that it came in. See, yeah. And I messaged the seller, and to their credit, they sent me out a replacement case, so it's all good. Freedom Fighters, and I got that one for 125, 250 in total, because it's 125 postage and packing. And yeah, there we go. I think is it a squad-based shooter? I don't know. Okay. And last one is Carve on the Xbox, which is obviously a motorsports game. whatever you call it. Yeah, yeah, probably a fun racer there. 127 in total. Beat that. So yeah, that's a nice little haul of mainly Xbox, some PS2, some 360. Yeah, like I said, people, let me know what I'm in for on these games if you've got experience of them. And yeah, definitely go and check out the King Creasy video below, who made a great video on the weed debate that Gamester was, basically instigated. And yeah, freedom, motherfuckers.